Hi, and welcome back to episode 4 of Pilates Flows at Atlantis, a series where I will demonstrate and give you the tools to do the sequences that I post on Instagram. Now let's get started. In today's episode, we'll be doing a short box abdominal sequence that I posted to my Instagram. This sequence will include 3 different variations, starting with our most basic and working our way up to our advanced. Feel free to stay with whichever one you feel most comfortable doing, but I do highly encourage you giving each variation a try. Now let's get set up. Let's start by taking off all of the springs, then push the carriage all the way out to the top of the reformer. Next, we'll bring the box on, short box style, onto the frame before we adjust the foot bar all the way down and slide the box against the wooden deck. For our first exercise, we'll come onto our side with our hip resting on top of the box. Your bottom hand will extend out onto the carriage. Your top arm will reach long out over your head. Your top leg will extend out over the foot bar, then pull back behind you slightly, with your bottom leg extended out over the foot bar. Now, as you carriage in, bring your top elbow and your top knee towards one another, crunching into your side body as you bring your bottom knee forward. For our second exercise, we will again start on our side with our hip on top of the box. Our bottom hand extended out onto the carriage, our top hand extended long overhead, and this time, both legs extended together out over the foot bar with your inner thighs squeezing. To perform the move, carriage in and at the same time, roll back towards your tailbone, pulling in your top elbow and your knees into a half teaser position before extending back out. For our last exercise, again, we will start on our side with our hips on top of the box. Our bottom hand extended out onto the carriage, our top arm long overhead. Both legs will extend out over the foot bar, inner thighs squeezing. To perform the move, this time as you carriage in, you will lift both legs straight towards the ceiling. At the same time, reach your top hand towards your feet, coming into a full teaser position. And that'll be it for today's episode. Now remember, we had 3 different variations of this abdominal sequence. Our first variation, we started with our top arm reaching long overhead. Our top leg was extended long and then pulled slightly back, engaging through the backside, hamstring, and glute. Then as we started to carriage in and lift our torso up, we brought our top elbow down. At the same time, we brought our top knee in, bringing both sets of toes to point, kind of creating a diamond with our legs, crunching into our side body. Then for our second variation, we started again, top arm reaching long overhead, this time both legs extending long out over the foot bar, inner thighs squeezing together. Again, as we started to carriage in, lifting our torso, we did the same thing with our top arm, pulling that elbow in. This time we rotated back onto our butt slightly and pulled both knees in, tapping elbow to knee, coming into a little half teaser. Then for our third variation, again, same setup. We started top arm long overhead, both legs extended, inner thighs squeezing together. This time, as we carried in and lifted the torso, we extended both legs up towards the ceiling, coming into our full teaser, and reach our top arm towards our toes. And that will be it for today. So if you liked this video or if you learned something, please leave me a like or subscribe, and I'll see you next time.